Hey everybody, it's Operation, and welcome back for more Let's Play Persona 3 The Answer. In the last part, we fought a couple bosses and got to another door, just like we have been doing. And in this part, we're just, gonna do exactly what we did last episode. Another door, another couple bosses. So, we're gonna go ahead and skip forward to the first boss because, yeah, I just basically ran straight there. Okay, now for this boss, you're gonna want to use Black Frost. This is the last boss you'll use Black Frost for, but he comes very much in handy here, so I highly recommend him. So when you're ready, go on down. I recommend you get to like, somewhere around level 50, 51, 52, somewhere in that range, for this boss fight. Because you'll need the health and you'll need to do the little bit extra damage. But once you do that, you should be a-okay here. Anyway, let's go over the enemies we got here. First off, we have the Crying Table. It has the skills Agidine, Avoid Ice, Makakarin, Evil Smile, and Miragion. Its weakness is Ice and it drains Fire. There's then the Cowardly Maya with the skills Bufula, Fire Break, Twin Shot, Avoid Fire, and Ghastly Wail. Its weakness is Fire and it drains Ice. And finally, we have the Wondrous Magus with the skills Garudine, Agidine, Mind Charge, Avoid Fire, and Maziodine. Its weakness is Fire and it drains Wind. So yeah, starting to see why I recommend that you use Black Frost for this fight. You're going to want to... He's one of the few personas, that you could get to have both fire and ice attacks. So, yeah, that's going to be your go-to. Sadly, your party will be stupid and might heal him like Metis did just a second ago. But, for the most part, having Metis is good here because she has ice attacks. And Junpei's good because he has fire attacks. So you should be able to, once you scan them all, you should be able to get like 2 all-out attacks each turn. And, that's obviously a huge bonus. So just do like you've done in previous fights. Make sure to knock them all down. And you should have little to no difficulty with this boss. I beat it my first time fighting it, and yeah, if you basically follow this strategy, you should have absolutely no issue with it. So, yeah, that's basically all I can really say about this boss. Again, we've fought bosses previously like this, and it's the exact same strategy. Just like I said, you want to grind up a bit so that, you can take more hits and such. But other than that, not too much difficulty. When we get to the next boss, oh boy. I'll have something to say about that boss. I mean, dear God. That boss took me forever. But, yeah, for this one, just try to keep everybody's health up and you should be okay. Unlike I did with Metis right there. That was a whoopsie moment. I should have paid more attention and try to keep her up. But in my defense, everybody kind of just decided to go after Metis all of a sudden, so not fully my fault, I don't think. Also, you gotta love how much I get trolled by the dodge fire and dodge ice things. Seriously, I swear their evasion rate is way too high in this mode. It's like, it feels like you have a 50% chance hitting them. But maybe that's just me, maybe that's just my luck. I don't know. When you guys played this game, did you find that the enemies were just dodging your attacks all the time? Because it definitely seems like they did with me in almost all these fights, so. But yeah, now they basically got whatchamacallit, a reflective barrier up, so I basically have to figure out a way to knock them all down. Also, I decided to put Metis in Orgia mode because we're getting somewhat close to the end of the fight, and I feared that, if I left her in just regular knockdown, that she might die. because again, her defense and stuff and her dodge rate goes way up in Orgia mode. So yeah, she has a much better chance of surviving in Orgia mode. Just my reasoning. But yeah, now I gotta get rid of all their reflection, whatever you want to call it. So got rid of that, and now my party can be smart and knock them all down. Because Junpei is still on knockdown, and then Metis can go after him. But sadly, Junpei missed because, again, my luck against enemies with that skill in this game is pretty much 0. So she's attacking the same guy twice, which kind of sucks, but she does more damage, so the trade-off's not that bad. And I myself could still get all-out attacks by knocking them down. And because she's in Orgia mode, our all-out attacks will actually do more damage. So in the long run, it's actually worth it, even though it basically costs me the ability to do more than one all-out attack a turn. So, again, putting her in Orgia mode, I think, was the right strategy here. And I ended up being the boss, so, you know, it did work out. Die! Can I knock it down, or will it dodge? The question needs to be answered. And it dodged. See, I could have had this fight over so much quicker if I had any semblance of that whole luck thing. But sadly I don't. Sadly I don't. But now she'll actually knock it down, and we do end up getting all that attack, which is awesome. Alright, let's get him. And I'm pretty sure that this is the end for like 2 of the 3. Yeah. He survives, but you know, it's whatever. When it's down to 1, I mean, you have nothing to worry about. Absolutely nothing. So, go ahead and take him out with an Oculo, or have him miss again because my luck sucks. But I believe Junpei hits him right here if I remember, and yeah. And then all out attack him, and you're done. Very easy boss fight, but the dodge fire and dodge ice skills are really annoying and get on your nerves. But hey, as long as you win, that's what really matters.
A new ability. This ability is special. Even I don't know what it will do. It has its pros and cons. It's kind of hard to explain, but it has the potential to change the outcome of the battle. Please let me know when you would like to use it.
Yeah, so she can use Oracle now. Basically, Oracle has random effects. Like, if you use it, you could basically, if you get really lucky, you could get like the equivalent of a Soma. It'll restore all your HP and MP and all that. But it can also reduce you down to 1 HP. So, unless you're in a really dire situation, like, if you're like in a situation where you know that there's just no hope and you're gonna die, which, again, just use the Soma if at all possible. Then I guess recommend using it, but other than that, I recommend you stay away from it. But anyway, now we're going to cut ahead because we got a cutscene to watch. So enjoy that, and I'll see you guys in a second or two.
That figure again. Could it have some sort of purpose here?
Could it have some kind of purpose here? Nah, I think it's just here for, you know, just to mess around. It has a strange sense of humor like that, you know? Anyway, time for the worst boss in the game. And yes, I really mean that. Enjoy the dialogue.
Shadow confirmed. If that presence is summoning them, does that mean it's an enemy? But it seems like... It doesn't seem like it's going to attack us this time either. Focus on the shadow. Get ready.
This is like, if you have nightmares about RPGs and hard bosses, this is your nightmare. This really is your nightmare. Anyway, I'll go, before I get into why it sucks, I'll just give you its stats and stuff. This is the Neo Minotaur. It has the skills Akisha Arts, Magarudyne, Spirit Drain, Revolution, Mind Charge, Garudyne, Marukunda, Windbreak, Vicious Strike, and Marakunda. Its weaknesses are none, and it drains fire, wind, ice, and electric. Yes, every single elemental attack it drains. So if you have primarily an elemental attack party like I do, you are freaking screwed. This guy is an absolute jerk. Okay, before you come into this boss fight, you're gonna want to do two things. For one, you're going to want to level up to around level 55, somewhere in there, if you even want a shot at beating this guy. Next up, there's these items that, I'm trying to remember what they're called. I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head. But basically, they extend your party's health, maximum health, by like 33% or something like that. I just found them by going around the area and exploring. You're going to want to get that, and if you're using the party like the same party I am, you're going to want to put it on Metis and on Junpei. The extra HP is really critical for this fight if you want to have a chance. I mean, you could put it on Aegis, but with Aegis, just equip a persona that either blocks wind or is strong against wind, and Aegis should be okay. But yeah, if what you're doing is having a party that, you swap in and out party members, don't bring Junpei. Absolutely do not bring Junpei if you have anyone else at a decent level. Because this boss loves to spam Magarudyne. Absolutely loves it. So yeah, I'd recommend, like, if you're going through the game using like a balanced party, I recommend bringing in Akihiko for this fight because of his status condition moves. So he's probably who I'd recommend, but really anyone but Junpei would be decent in this situation. The only reason I brought Junpei is because I'm of the mind that I'd rather have everybody like at a really high level than having, just having a core party at a very high level than having access to all party members being at a lower level. That's just how I play the game, but again, in this situation it backfires, so there's pros and cons to both. There really is. The reason I brought Junpei and didn't just go with a 3-person party is that basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to just basically endure all his Magarudyne attacks. Just, try and hold on as much as you can. Use Titania or, Titania is the one I recommend for this because it's a great healing persona and is strong against wind. But you basically want to do that and just keep everybody's health up and just try to chip away with Metis. Just chip away until he uses what's the name of that skill? It's the equivalent of Mind Charge, but for physical attacks. I can't remember what the name of it is. You'll see it in this because he actually does it. But you're gonna basically want to wait until he does that, and then you're gonna want to throw up attack mirrors, and then basically he'll attack himself, and he'll take like, I don't know, a quarter of his health. Yeah, that's how you're really going to kill this guy. So I recommend bringing no less than 2, but ideally 3 or 4 attack mirrors. Just so that when he does his physical attack, which has a really high critical rate, I might add, he'll hit himself and basically kill himself. So that's basically the strategy you're going to go through. Try and endure all his Magarudyne attacks because he's just going to spam it. And then when he is charging up for his physical attack, you're going to want to counter it back at him. If you were lucky with finding gems, you could go to the antique shop in Polonium Mall and get some more. I didn't find the right gems to be able to purchase more. So I had to do this with 2. It ended up working out. After like, I don't know how many attempts, 10, 11, 12, something like that. But yeah, the more attack mirrors you bring into this fight, the better time you'll have with this fight, honestly. And again, just try to hold on, wait for him to charge up, and then throw up your attack mirrors and have him kill himself. So that's really all I can recommend for this fight, guys. I tried looking on, for guides. I'm using like the best guide I found, which, it's okay, but it was made right when the answer came out, and there's only like 2 decent guides. So yeah, and then on YouTube, this is basically the way I found people doing it, because I mean, there's just no good way of fighting this guy. He has no weakness. Also, he drained Yukari's SP, so I had to give her SP recovery item. Use basically anything to get through this fight, besides Soma, if at all possible, because you're gonna want to hold on to those for a fight towards the end of the game. But anyway, there just really is no good way of fighting this guy. I mean, one thing you could do is whatchamacallit. One thing you could do is basically get your critical rate up with Revolution, and then try to attack, try to knock him down and get all out attacks. But that's really luck based, and I did actually at one point try it. I couldn't get it at a critical. I couldn't get a critical rate high enough that really rewards you for doing so. So I just basically went ahead and went with the strategy of healing everybody up. So I don't know. That's just my idea. See, now he's using Akisha Arts, but he didn't charge it up. So I mean, if you have multiple attack mirrors, then go for it. But I had to make the most out of all my attack mirrors. Towards the end, I throw up an attack mirror even when he hasn't charged, but that's mostly because at that point he's somewhat almost dead, and I need to hold on. So luckily I get a critical there, and I'm like, what should I do? And I end up going with all out attack because I don't think I have her set for knockdown. So she would just attack him again, so it's like, okay, whatever. So now we get Junpei up. Junpei is back in the fight, and now we're starting to get in a bit of a situation here. So I'm basically like, okay, you know what? I will use one of my attack mirrors here. I will use one of them and just kind of hope for the best. And it does end up working out. It's a bit of luck, but you really don't have much of a choice here. But yeah, he ends up powering up, and I'm like, thank you! Thank you, luck! So yeah, now next turn, he's basically going to take out most of his health. Like, look where his health is now. He's at about half. And then, when after he attacks, watch, look how little health he drops to. See, look at that. That's how you take this guy out. You gotta capitalize on when he uses his physical attacks and get him to kill himself. That really is your only chance. So, he did a ton of damage to himself, so I'm like, you know what? Okay. He's almost dead, so I'm going to throw up my other attack mirror here and just hope he uses Akisha Arts again. So, 49 damage. If you're really lucky, somebody told me he could end up actually criticaling himself. But, hey. I've never seen it happen, but people have told me it can, so, you know what, if it's true, then hopefully, you get him to critical himself, but, I never had that much luck. Go after him, Metis, get a critical, please. Nope. But, yeah, he's getting very close to death here, but sadly he's gone back to spamming Magarudyne. Luckily, this isn't, Persona 3 Portable and onwards, where if you knock down one enemy, you get an all-out attack, regardless of if it didn't knock down everybody. But yeah, for right now, if you're using this party, this is the strategy I suggest. But if at all possible, if Akihiko is available, or Mitsuru or anybody, bring them instead if they're at a decent enough level and you feel like grinding them up. but I didn't. That's just not how I go through the game. This is the only fight where it really bites me in the butt that I didn't do that. So, you know, there's tons of different ways of playing this game. There really is. But this is just how I go through it, so, you know, it worked out for me in the end. Even though basically my whole party's being killed off here. I wish you didn't get up Junpei there. I wish you got up Metis, because Metis would have been a lot more helpful, because Junpei will just go down again. He really will. So it's like, okay, come on, Yukari, be smart here, think things through. But yeah, now he drains my MP, so I'm like, okay, good, great, wonderful. Because he's almost dead, but I can't heal anymore. I basically have to rely on Yukari's healing, which is never a good idea. But I'm like, okay, let's get a medical powder on here, and let's hope for the best. And yeah, the best actually ends up happening. He uses Akasha Arts, and he takes himself out. So that's how I got past the hardest boss. Not the brightest one in the game, I guess. Brightest way, but I don't know a good way of fighting him. I really don't. That's the best I can do, guys. Just stick to it. You're gonna die a ton of times, but stick to it, and you'll eventually get lucky, and you'll beat him. So, hey. Anyway, guys, that'll pretty much do it for this episode. So, I'll leave you guys with more of going through to the last door, and that'll be it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the song, the grinding, and the cutscene, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. So yeah, see you guys then.
We're walking through the darkest valley, haters knew it's full of Nelly. So uncanny that I got this groove and this movement so exclusive. My man is so abusive, so the loud, all my music walk alone. Guess what's used to doing a cloud, but I laugh to music. I show the light in my blindness, the goddess to my dynasty. Run honestly, we constantly enjoy the chemistry. All the sinners and dry sand, quick to come, dirt, destruction, changes are inevitable, but it don't mean malfunction.
I work this I believe. Going rolls out the light of joy. Starless sky, I rejoice with memories. Trying to stay in my heart.
Elevated was deep down inside of me, celebrating what we got us going for the moment, demonstrating to these heads who came in violent, about to battle, pick a shadows, be ready for whatever follows. We later you just swallow, before you just shallow, but we forget we should take you as a fellow member. I never like to hate cause motions viral so contagious, good God gracious, soul is spread as native drama, that's my basis. Series of spontaneous changes like sometimes instantaneous. Some stay fearless, some got vicious. I just got more serious this time. Parting ways at a good turn. Used to be a big concern. Haters burning, jealousy, sold them dirty. See my ovaries turning foes. Oh my goodness, no. I have faith in these roads. Electricity changing, no returning back to the weak foes. No one knew for sure that this ain't the case. We're still cool. Our history timeless, what we got here is never removed.
I work this I believe. Going rolls out the light of joy. Starless sky, I rejoice have to go. Won't be afraid to say goodbye no more.
So this is the interior of Tartarus. It's only the second time anyone's been here without special equipment.
Normal weaponry is useless against shadows. Any equipment we brought would be for your peace of mind. Everyone here has had their potential developed in our labs. That should suffice to protect us. And even if you're devoured, that in itself would be valuable data for us.
Is anyone left in the Ergo division who isn't a psycho? In any case, sir, are you all right with this? I mean, bringing your daughter?
I don't mind at all. I myself requested to come along.
You heard her.
I see. I'm sorry to have spoken out of turn, sir. Hey, what's wrong? What the?
Looks like it's back to the drawing board for the artificial development of potential.
Sir, miss, step aside.
That's a shadow.
You little... Sir! Miss! Ugh.
Father!
Oh, did you see that? Such power! It's a persona. I was right. Persona users do exist. Mitsuru.
Father, I'm glad you're safe.
That was wonderful! Lady Mitsuru, a beautiful expression of your natural potential. At last, our future seems bright. Why are you so happy about it? Now, Mitsuru can never escape from the destiny of atonement. She'll spend her life bound to our cursed legacy when she should be finding her own way. What's so bright about that?
Don't worry, Father. I chose this for myself. I'll protect you, Father.
Mitsuru.
Was that Senpai's?
Hmm? Oh, yes.
Senpai? What's the matter?
Well, I'm sorry. It's just that seeing Father before my eyes, as if he were still alive, was...
Senpai.
But wasn't Mitsuru-senpai really cute when she was little?
Excuse me, Iori. Are you saying that's no longer the case?
No. That's not what I... Come on, you got it all wrong.
It's exactly as I thought. Of the past events we've seen up to this point, the first one seemed to be about getting ready for battle. But the others... How should I put it? It feels like there's some aspect they all have in common. Don't you all think so?
Yes, but for now, we don't know what that might be.
This is the 5th door. We should be getting closer to the source we're looking for.
Oh, I just remembered. There's something I have to tell you all. Remember the machinery and documents Mitsuru-senpai found? I looked into them, and it turns out they were things that the chairman hid when he was still alive. Most of them were from the accident 10 years ago, so he must have hid them so they wouldn't be destroyed. Some of the notes I found seem to be talking about the Abyss of Time.
Is that true?
We may be close to discovering what this place really is. We're closing in on it. We should hurry forward.